Let's talk about some of the rumors that have been spread about me so far in high school. I'm making this video because it's come to my attention that some people literally still believe this stuff, and it's hilarious. We'll start out with the one that was literally commented on my video the other day saying how weird I was for doing this thing. This was like my sophomore or junior year, and on this particular day, some guy and some girl decided to get frisky in the parking lot in the morning. The girl who I thought was my friend started the rumor that it was me and some random guy. First of all, I'm late to school every day. I don't even get there early enough to be taking part in whatever was taking place. Secondly, the guy that she said I did it with had never even seen my car before. Like, what? So yeah, this was a real thing that I literally had to talk to teachers about and like find out who it was. Like, sorry to burst your bubble, it wasn't me. I know exactly who it was now, and I'm not the type to get frisky in the morning in a school parking lot. Like, sorry. This same girl has spread multiple lies about me, such as I cheated on my boyfriend, and someone else spread the same thing about my boyfriend. So what actually happened with my boyfriend's rumor was this guy that wasn't even like a part of my boyfriend's friend group, but he hung out with them on spring break for like a night or two, and he cheated on his girlfriend, and when his girlfriend found out, he like brought everyone else down with him and said that they all did it too. All those boys were cuffed, and none of them even went out on that night. So like, how low do you have to be? And the girl that spread my rumor literally cheated on her boyfriend on a cruise ship and like told me it wasn't true, so I texted the guy that like my friend knew it was. So her little scandal was true, and she brought me down and brought my friend down saying that she did stuff as well, when I can tell you that is just absurd. And the same girl spread a rumor about me that I was pregnant, and she spread one about my friend that she was pregnant. She was literally the only one having scares of her own. Like, I don't even know what she was talking about. Like, it wasn't even a possibility, and I just remember standing in the student section and someone yelling out, "Kendall's pregnant!" I was in shock, and when I found out where they heard that from, no wonder why we're not friends anymore. Next rumor that was hard for me to get out of is there was a rumor that I was caught vaping in the bathrooms, because a ton of people saw me crying with police officers, and it was because of my own family issues. Like, it had nothing to do with school. A ton of people saw me crying with the cops and just started the rumor that I was vaping in the bathrooms. Like, I don't vape. I've really never touched a vape. I never will vape. Like, how do you get yourself out of a situation when you can't even talk about what was actually going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? People just always have their 2 cents to put in, and I bet you a lot of people think I'm like the worst person in the world. And that's not an assumption. I literally have people commenting on my TikToks about like all these rumors that apparently happened, and that I shouldn't have this platform, and that my life is going nowhere, and that I'm a bully and a liar. Katie Ritchie, Katie Fang, all of them say if you have people from your school making hate accounts just for you, no, you're doing something right. And obviously, like, everyone's had their fair share of scandals. Like, yes, I've had things happen, but like, I'm literally an adult now, and I'm so past like my high school years, and I still have 4 months left. And it's just funny to me that people still cling to like things about me since like sophomore year. I'm a very quiet person now. I just stick to my own business. Like, I'm just trying to get out of high school. I don't hate anyone. Like, I don't have hard feelings about anyone. The only bad thing about me is I have a really bad RBF, so like people probably do think I'm a B-word, but like I can't be smiling all the time. Anyway, there's a crap ton more that I know of, and I'm sure there's like billions more that I don't even know of. I'm all ready to go. My hair needs to fall still. It looks kind of crazy. Going on a date day with my boyfriend. We're gonna go to Cheesecake Factory and get slushies, and then we're gonna go see a movie. I also need to go to Target, so it's gonna be a long, fun day. So hopefully you guys have a good day, and hopefully this was entertaining, and let me know if you want more about this stuff. Peace out. Love you. Bye.
So this is the story of the time I got stranded at a trap house when I was 13 years old. Me and my friend, let's call her Ava, we had a sleepover and we really wanted to sneak out. So we posted on our literal main stories, "Who wants to sneak out tonight?" This random motherfucker we've never talked to swipes up, and he was like, "Yo, pull up to my house. There's a bunch of guys here. I'll pay for the Uber." We're like, bet. We get in the Uber. It's a fucking 30-minute drive. They were all definitely a lot older than us. I don't really know how old, but probably like juniors in high school. And whole house just smells like pot. Actually, the messiest house I've seen in my motherfucking life. And in the kitchen, there's probably like 50 pill bottles just like laying there. So we're like the only 2 bitches there, and all these guys start coming up to us and offering us drugs. So the guy that paid for the Uber was just really fucking with me for some reason. I don't know why, because I used to be the ugliest bitch on the planet, but he's like touching me, he's like all up on me. I'm making it pretty obvious I'm not interested, and he like slams me to the floor, gets on top of me, and tries to get with me. And I'm just like, no. So I give Ava that look, like, we gotta get out of here. We go to the bathroom, and I guess these guys actually thought we were like taking a piss or something, because one of them slides their phone under the crack of the bathroom door and tries to take a picture. And we're sitting in the bathroom, we're like, okay, how do we get home? Like, do we just ask him to Uber us, or do we see if someone else can pick us up? He refuses to order the Uber home until he gets some play. So we go back in the bathroom, and Ava calls her 21-year-old sneaky link keep in mind she's a 13-year-old girl, to come give us a ride home. I remember him coming like pretty quick. He drove us back to her house because that's where we were sleeping over, and he like dropped me off there, and then she stayed in the car to hook up with him. And I guess she just like came back in the house like in the middle of the night when I was asleep. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the story.
Things I'm convinced people are lying about liking. Number 1 is pickles. They are so salty and so gross, and they're basically just awful cucumbers. Number 2 is rap music. Unless it's Nicki Minaj, I do not understand the appeal. I don't know, it's just so vulgar and not my vibe. Number 3 is turtlenecks. They are just so claustrophobic. Like, they're itchy and there's just too much going on in the neck area. Number 4 is the taste of alcohol. Let's be real, it is straight up hand sanitizer. Like, I just smell alcohol and I gag. I have no clue how someone could enjoy it. This last one's gonna anger a lot of people, but boba, never liked it, never will. I just think the texture is like so weird and gross.
This is what to do when someone's pretending like you're the bad person, so they don't have to. But shut up, beatboxer.
Get ready with me while I talk about things from middle school that literally haunt my brain. And you're probably thinking like, wow, you are so brave for sharing your story. Like, I know I am. Like, I have to, because these middle school girls now, they do not know. They think they're teenagers. Girl, you were like 12 or 11. And I go to a school with like 6th through 12th graders. So I've seen it all. And it's like, it's sad now. It makes me sad. Like, why aren't you guys going through an embarrassing middle school phase like I was? Because I was. So I'm gonna start off strong. In 6th grade, I had a boyfriend that I never spoke to, and we never even hugged, and I think we were together for like 6 months. I don't even remember, but I never talked to him. We like planned to hug. Oh my god, that's so bad. We planned to hug while walking into class together one day, and it wasn't even a hug. It was like a side hug, like I just met you kind of hug. It was so embarrassing. I wanted to kill myself, and then everyone talked about it. Like, kill me. And one time, this kid gave me his sweatshirt because I had a spam, and I posted everything on my spam or like on my Snap story because I thought that was the shit. And it was like, oh, tomorrow is National Give Your Girlfriend Your Sweatshirt Day. So I posted that even though I never talked to this poor kid, thinking because I wanted attention, and he gave me his sweatshirt, right? And it was like during rec, so during like recess, and I was holding it like this. And so my friend grabbed it from me, and while we were walking back to class, she like threw it on me to try and put on, and I ran away from her. I don't think I got that jacket until like the end of the day. And then I went home and I shoved it in my closet, and I never wore it because I was like so scared of it. I don't know why. I was just scared of it. This also leads me into my next topic, how I was literally like afraid of boys. How do you have a boyfriend and then you're afraid of him? So I had no game in middle school. Who has game in middle school? I don't know. But like mine was probably the worst. Like I think possible. Like probably in the whole school. And it didn't help that like I came out in middle school as bisexual. And it wasn't a thing that I like publicly announced. But it was something that everyone knew about me. Even though like I hardly told anyone. And so I was just boy repellent. Because obviously I went to like a predominantly white school. So none of the guys were fucking with that. I don't even think the girls were fucking with that. Which leads me to my next point, is that no one thought I was into boys in middle school. At least from like everything that I've gathered. Cause I moved states, so I don't talk to anyone anymore from there, like really. Only like a few friends that I was like best friends with, so they actually knew. But everyone, oh my god, it was so bad. Everyone thought I was dating my best friends who were girls. And it was like a few of them. It wasn't even like, oh, she's dating this one girl. She's dating all these girls. And I was not. They were just my best friends. And like, they're my best friends. So I'm gonna be like, you're so, like, I would like flirt with them as a joke in middle school. Because we were all close like that. But it didn't help my case that everyone thought I was a freaking lesbian. And even in high school, everyone still thought that I was a lesbian. Which, no shade, I love lesbians. Shout out to lesbians. But I'm not a lesbian. I don't identify as a lesbian. I'm still bisexual. Like, nothing has changed. So, yeah, I was just boy repellent. Like, oh my gosh, she's a lesbian, so whatever. She's weird. No. Shout out to lesbians. And then in middle school, in 6th grade, I was obsessed with this one dating sim, and it was called Mystic Messenger, and I would stay up until like ungodly hours of the night just talking to fictional men. And so for Halloween, I dressed up as my favorite character from that dating sim. It was Mystic Messenger, and I went to our Halloween dance like that, right? And when I got there, everyone was like, oh my god, like, are you new here? Do you go to this school? Like, did a friend bring you? Everyone thought I was a boy. You know how much like that haunts me now? Because I'm very feminine, like I'm very girly. And I just wanted to dress up as my favorite character. And everyone thought I was a boy, and no one knew who I was. And then in 8th grade, one time I liked this guy, and I made it so obvious because when I liked someone, it was so freaking obvious because I would laugh at everything they said, and then I would try and make them laugh too. And so I had the biggest crush on this kid in my English class, and we were at the same table. And so one of my guy friends at the time, without consulting me, went to this guy like after school or something. They were talking, and he was like, hey, like, what do you think of Ati? And you know what he said? He was like, oh yeah, like, she's okay, she's kind of like, I guess, pretty, but she's really weird. So, and then later on that school year, that kid, his friends sat at the table next to me in our cafeteria, and his friends called me and my best friend lesbians, and then he laughed at me. And apparently everyone thought I was freaking dating like a bunch of my best friends because my best friend's own parents asked us if we were together. One time in middle school, I got a teacher fired for being racist, and because I went to like a predominantly white school, they all like made fun of me for it. So I went home crying that day after school because apparently everyone was talking about me and that I could not take a joke, even though he definitely was racist. So I became known as the school's softie because I couldn't take a joke, even though he was racist. In 6th grade, we had like this dare group chat where every day at rec, we would just dare each other to do a bunch of stupid stuff. And one of my dares was to go up and hug my boyfriend, and I chickened out because I was too scared of him. I just like forgot. I just thought I should mention that. Then when COVID hit in 8th grade, I swore I was a different person. Like, I was acting all brand new because everything was online. So I thought I was a new person. So I was obnoxious and stupid and annoying. I was one of those bitches who was like, I'm on alt TikTok. Like, you guys can't get on my level. You guys remember YOLO? I would write myself YOLO messages. And I'm not gonna lie, I like to start shit in other people's YOLOs. Like, I would go in on their YOLOs and pretend to be another person and just like say something crazy. It'd be like, you're fucking ugly and a bitch. And then this name. Because I'm an instigator and I wanted drama because I had no part in any drama. That's so bad. In 2020, I was one of those anime girls like on TikTok who had like an anime account with a big following, and I thought I was hot shit. And I was just an embarrassment. Like, I can't even think about those years without wanting to end my life. I finished my makeup, so that's all the embarrassment I have for today.